Hello, hi. Long time. No hello. I think that's my favorite thing to say. I hope people cannot hear Ipake Kiguruma because it's currently 8:30 and I've been waiting the whole not the whole day, but part of yesterday and today to record this because part of my I wouldn't say New Year goals, but one of the things that I want to do this year is to be really consistent with this podcast. Actually, when the year started, I didn't even know I was going to do this until somebody I'm talking to, my friend, asked me. I casually mentioned to my friend that I'm not doing the podcast thingy anymore, and he asked me if I'm okay in the head. So this this is me showing him that I'm actually very okay in the head. Yeah, my mental whatever has reversed. Okay, so hi, I am Viviana Ching, and you are listening to Conversations with V. I actually hate this card, like not hate it like that, but each time I'm about to get real busy, like let's say I want to read a book or journal or something, that's the time it wants to show affection. That's the time it wants to cuddle and stuff. As I say, it says yeah, it wants to cuddle, and if you know cards, you know that hiyo time inakushow affection, that's the time you're supposed to also reciprocate because they don't show affection most of the time. So we are doing this while I'm cuddling with my cat because why not? But welcome back to Conversations with V. I don't know which episode this is, and for some of you this is I know it has reached 50, around 55, 56 there, so this might be 56, but for some of you you've been listening to this podcast for the whole 50 whatever episodes, and for some of you this might be the first time you're hearing my voice, and I hope you plan on staying around because why not? Yeah, I've been doing this podcast thing inconsistently, emphasis on inconsistently, for 2 years, soon turning three, and this show on itself, it has made me learn a lot of things about myself. Yeah, I mean, if you've been here for a while, what was I saying? If you've been here for a while, you know what I mean, and you sort of know how where I'm going. Do you though? I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I feel like I'm a little bit rusty because I've not done this for I've not released an episode for hmm, 3, 4, or 5 months. I lost count somewhere along the way, but who's counting? I was until I wasn't. But as I was saying, this podcast has made me learn a lot of things about myself. Some that I'm actually very grateful that I did discover. Some I'm like, no. I actually would have gone my entire life without knowing that I could do this or that I couldn't do this, but okay. Others I'm like, really? You always have different. Sasa umetoa wapi maji? You always have different reactions for every version of you that you discover. Okay, as I was saying, I've not released an episode for 3, 4, or 5 months, and for all those months, I think I've been trying to convince myself more than convince other people that I'm actually not doing this anymore and that it doesn't actually matter, or that I made some clean confident decision to not do it. But the truth is, when I actually started not recording, it was meant to be some sort of a break, because at that moment I think I had a lot going on with school. Did somebody? No, this person who didn't recall, how are they going to help me? But what was I saying? I had a lot going on with school, and again, just life was lifing, yeah. And so each time I think, the last time I confidently opened my voice recorder and recorded a whole episode without me overthinking it, I don't even know when that was. But after that, each time I opened my voice recorder, I felt weird, yeah. My heart suddenly drops to my stomach, and when I feel butterflies, and it's not those cute, cute butterflies for, oh, I think I'm in love. No, it's not that. It's the complete opposite of that. And my palms would become sweaty. I'd get chills. My body would just tense up like it was bracing. It's bracing for something negative. Yeah. And at first, saying, "Oh, I'm not doing this anymore," it felt like a relief because, yeah, now I wouldn't have to worry about how will I find content, how the people, I wouldn't have to worry about the content I'm putting out there. I wouldn't have to worry about how many people are listening, how many people are not. You get, and it was just like, at least I don't have to do this right now. At least this is one thing off my table. But then the questions started flooding in here, and I'm asking myself, are we sure that we are making the right decision? What if it's the wrong decision we're making right now? And what if we are, by we I mean me, myself, and I, are, giving up on something that actually did matter because I enjoyed doing this. But I don't know where I lost the plot. Yeah, I really don't know where I lost the plot. But I feel like there's this version of me that you people get to experience for a maximum of 30 minutes because that's how long most of my episodes last, if it like maximum 30 minutes. And you people know, oh, the eloquent girl, the girl who knows how to express herself, sijui nini, all those stuff. And the truth is, yeah, that version, I think it only exists for how long the episode lasts. Like I said, a maximum of 30. And I'm not trying to say that I'm not all that. I know I am eloquent most of the time, thanks to the multiple books that I read. Speaking of books, there's this babe, yeah, who posted on, I don't know if it was on TikTok or on Twitter, but she had like a pile of books, 60, 60 on each side. She had read like 120 books for the year 2025, and then we're like, actually, those are not books, those are porn. Like, you might be here bragging that you read 120 books, but hizi vitabu zote ni porn. I was like, it is still books. You can't come here demeaning people because of the type of books they read when you can't even open a book. Yeah, how about that? But lucky, I was like, wait until you people see what I read. Which is a story for another day, honestly. But yeah, so where was I going with this? Where was I going with this? I lost my train of thought. Like, if it, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, I was saying this version of me that you people see, like eloquent, I know how to express myself, whatever you people think of me, that version, I think it exists. It is not like it doesn't. But one thing that I have learned about myself is I am a very massive overthinker, and I am super insecure. What an awkward thing to admit live on air for the whole world to know, right? But one of the things I'm insecure about is my appearance, number one. I'm also very insecure about my connections, my relationships, either platonically or or romantically, and just say almost everything, to be honest. And this past year, 2025, these insecurities were confirmed in the worst way possible. I lost friendships, I lost a relationship that I really thought would work. No, I actually wanted it to work because I think a part of me wanted to prove that I am lovable, which is funny when you come to think of it because I think I was even talking to my friend and I was like, this is so funny because I'm out here acting like somebody who isn't loved at home. Where did I get this fatherless behavior from? Yeah. I also did stop doing something that made me very happy, and I felt like I was actually getting really good at it until I wasn't, until I got into my head because I stay in my head most of the time. I'm not even going to lie. And I have been thinking, and I think I came up with where things started to go wrong, and I think I've rounded them up to like three main things. Number one, comparisons. Yeah, comparisons. And I think this was like all of a sudden, yeah, there were a lot of podcasts on the rise. There was like an influx. Everybody wants to try this. So many voices, so many people who sounded louder, more confident, more consistent, and they're like, you see these people, and you're like, these people actually really do know what they're doing. Do I know what I'm doing? So it was like I stopped seeing myself at that point, and I was like, I don't know where I fit in all this anymore. I started feeling unworthy, and what made this harder and painful, and this is so painful to admit, yeah, I did not feel supported by the people who were around me. Because the thing about doing this is when the people who are closest to you won't listen to you, because not that many people listen anyway, but then you're like, I think you just feel like it feels good when the people who are around you are supporting what you are doing, even if it doesn't make sense. I don't know. But then you're like, okay, when people who are close to me are not listening, your mind is starting to ask, why will people who don't know me listen? Why will they? And that kind of silence, it actually messes with you, Vibayasana, and it makes you suddenly want to quit on something that brings a lot of contentment, and it just makes it feel lonely and unsafe. So I was just like, I think I'm done. Yeah, not because I stopped actually caring, or but because the fact that I actually cared, I was beginning to hurt. And I don't even know if this episode is what it means. I don't even know why I'm doing this, but I just know that I want to come back to it. And this felt like a bit, it's just a step. And I don't even know if I'm like fully back, but I hope I am. I hope I am. And so apart from being insecure, I think one thing that I know is I don't want to be alone anymore, which explains why I clinged into a relationship that was not working out. You see how I said for the last behavior? Yeah. Not because I can't actually handle being alone. I've been alone for like 3 years and it worked perfectly fine. I'm very comfortable in my own company, but I think again, I'm very, very scared of finding out who V is actually without the friends, without the whole ecosystem around me, and without just people in my corner, without witnesses and everything. And one thing for sure is I really do strive to be a good sister, a good friend, and I know for a fact that I'm not a role model. God, I hope I'm not for anyone. Yeah, because I'm not perfect. I'm deeply flawed. And each time, even when growing up, I've never wanted to be like somebody's role model because I'm a firstborn, and to make matters worse, a firstborn daughter. So each time you're like, ukiwa nikiwa class 8, I'm being told, you have to kifanya KCPE, you need to pass because you have people when you're nyuma yako who are looking up to you, so you need to, set a good trend for them. I did that. At that point, I didn't even know this was like pressure itself. I was just like, this is not hard. I again form 4, you're like, you need to get good grades because again you have people who are looking up to you. So it's just like, okay, when is this going to end? Alafu tena you're like, you can't mess up because your siblings are and then I'm like, I actually really don't want these people to be looking up to me because I don't even know what I'm doing not 99% of the time. I don't know what I'm doing. I never have shit figured out. That's one thing for sure. And if you ever think that I have things figured out, just know I'm a good actor and I'm really good at pretending that I do have things figured out. Yeah. I just don't want anyone to think of me as a role model. No, because as I said, I'm not perfect and I'm deeply flawed. And I think I get reminders of that more often than I'd like to admit. And when such things happen, you're like, okay, ni sawa. But again, just as an overthinker, you're just like, okay, I don't know. Yeah. So this is not a cry for help, and I'm not looking for pity. I really am not, and I just really am trying to be seen and to be heard. And my friend told me again that you just do it, bet on yourself, because I'm betting on you. And if nobody listens, I will listen to you. Okay, I think that's all that matters. Put your voice out there, da da da, vitu tu mingi mingi. And then I'm like, actually, you know what, that's all that matters. Yeah, you agree? So I hope this is one of the many more episodes that I'll get to put out there. Another thing that I'm trying to figure out is how to record an episode with people in the room, because this house always has people and I don't know how to do that. I really don't know, but we'll figure things out slowly. Okay. I'll catch you on the next episode. And thank you for listening to Conversations with V by myself, Viviana Ching, and my baby here. Do you wanna say hi? Lani, where? Sasa hii ni kulala gani lakini jamani? Paka na starehe zake. Surely. Oh, okay. I forgot I haven't even stopped recording this. But I'll see you on the next. And until then, take care of yourself, stay cool, and be good. Happy New Year, okay? Bye.